such a privilege to be standing before you people of God this morning. I do not take it lightly. It's by the Lord's grace that we are here alive and well. Every day in every way, I seem to be appreciating the gift of life, because if you are able to wake up, don't think you wake up. It is God that allows you to be awoken. A woman woke up some few weeks back and they tried to wake up her husband. Very unlike him, he felt there. Waking him up, he felt okay, he's still tired. So he left him. The woman started dressing up. He said, what's happening? Just because he was in a hurry, he left him and went to where he wanted to go to. 2 hours later, he still saw that by the time he came back, the car is still in the garage. And the driver was waiting. He said, what happened? Daddy has not yet left. He said, no. Went upstairs and he woke him, and that's the end. The fact that you woke up this morning is the Lord's doing. And I want you to be grateful for that. That is why I love that song. Great is your mercy towards me. Your loving kindness towards me. Your tender mercies I see day after day. Your faithful towards me, always providing for me. Great is your mercy I see day after day, forever towards me. You are always providing for me. Great is your mercy towards me, day after day. Another songwriter says, new mercies I receive every morning. You daily load me with benefits. In a nation like ours, it takes the grace of God and the mercy of God to survive. Not only that, even if you live in the Western world, it will still cost the grace and mercy of God for you to be able to become what you are. And that is why God has enabled us to look at what are those things that are responsible for you and I to enjoy favor. Oftentimes, you have heard people saying that favor is unmerited. Some people have said grace is unmerited favor. Some people have said that mercy is the favor you do not deserve. But everything seems to be talking about favor, 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 favor. But the best way to define favor is to enjoy it, not to just hear it. Is to express it, to see it manifest in your life. There are some certain currencies, when you receive them, you will be glad. I've received an envelope like that, and I was glad until I opened it and I saw that they are 50 naira notes. But it's a good one anyway. And I was so disappointed. And God said, do you work for it? Is it not on my franchise that you are receiving that? There's some certain commodity you receive like that. Okay? They have the features of currency. You know, one thing about anything that is a currency that is one, it must be current. You know, that's why they call it currency. It must be current. It must possess the feature of now. Must be able to achieve some certain things now. Another thing is that it must have a measure of value. You know, when mercy is loaded into your life, one of the measure of value you receive is favor, favorable disposition. Okay? Another thing with mercy is this. When you receive it as a currency, you can store it up. You can take it to London. You can take it to Ghana, you can take it to Afghanistan, and where people are falling into danger, you just go there, and instead of danger, it is favor. One thing I want you to know is this. Some people have been operating under what I call close heaven. Close heaven. When the commodity of mercy falls upon your life, even if that heaven is closed, right, upon you alone, favor will drop. And people will be wondering, what does this guy carry? So, but what are those things that you and I needed to do to pay attention to, so that we not be denied of that commodity of favor? I was traveling, so I put in some dollars in my pocket, hoping that when I get to the airport, I'm going to buy some certain thing. But one way or the other, maybe by reason of error, I discovered that it was the Nigeria currency that I put there. So when I get to the store, I was discussing with my colleagues. I just brought out the money I gave to the person at that store. And the person said, hello? Hello? Yes, I said, what? He said, you look at the currency. I said, oh, I brought it back. Then he asked me, what currency is that? I said, the currency of my country. He said, which country? I mentioned it. He said, whoa, you people are rich. You people are rich. I just brought out dollars and I bought what I want to buy. Then he called me and said, can't you buy this? And I said, how much? He told me the price. Imagine somebody mentioning $2,000. And he said, do you know somebody just left here from your country? He paid cash. You people are rich. But it's good to be rich in mercy, so that favor begin to what? Speak for you. This morning, you shall receive mercy. Amen. But what are those things you and I needed to avoid? In the medical parlance, they often advise us that prevention is much better than cure. And that's why I want to look at this concept. In the book of Romans chapter number 9, when you start reading from verse 11, for the children being not yet born, neither having known any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to election might stand. Let's look at that word, that the purpose of God according to election might stand. Some of you here, you have been elected in heavenly places for greatness. But you being elected in heavenly places for greatness doesn't mean that it will materialize in the earthly realm. So what do you need to do to avoid so that what God has purposed you for election purpose might be fulfilled? It's very, very important. Not of works, but of him that calleth. You know, there is no time I read this place, ladies and gentlemen, that this place doesn't give me some concern. He said, one, God, for the purpose of election, he has decided, I'm electing this guy. Now, before they start working, before they start behaving, before they start as a human being, he has elected. Is that not partiality? But it's not. But what made God to decide that?